In our last video, we talked about the different types of syllables. We know there are 6 or 7, depending on who you ask, different types of syllables. There's closed, open, vowel consonant E, also known as silent sneaky E or magic E, R controlled, also called Bossy R, vowel teams, which can be broken into 3 groups, predictable vowel teams, which makes the predictable long vowel sound, unpredictable vowel teams, and diphthongs that have their own unique sound. And the last one is the consonant LE, which will be the last one because this is a syllable found at the end of words that have at least 2 or more syllables, which is why it is oftentimes put to the end. The only syllable type, and the most common one, that has a short vowel sound is closed syllable, the closed syllable, which we will talk a little bit more in depth in this video. All right, I'm going to actually start the slideshow now. So, how do syllables help me to read and spell? So before we get into a little bit more about closed, you need to know the why and the how, right? How do syllables help me to read and spell? That's a big, important question. When a reader is decoding, okay, decoding means you're using your spelling patterns or the letter sounds that you know to break apart and solve words. I call it word attack strategies. You're using your eyes, your visual clues to break apart letter sounds, like sounding it out, or parts of a word you know to figure out that whole word. Okay, so decoding means break apart. So when a reader is decoding and the words are multisyllabic, remember that word from the first video? Multisyllabic words are words that are made up of many syllables. Okay, so when a reader is decoding multisyllabic words, these longer, harder words, the reader can use what they know about syllables to break down and break apart the multisyllabic word into smaller parts or syllables, which makes it much easier to read. Okay, this also may work as a spelling strategy. So if you have a huge, gigantic, big, long word that's made up of a whole bunch of different syllables, a multisyllabic word, if you know the 6 or 7 different types of syllables and you know the rules and what vowel sound they're supposed to make each one, you're going to have no problem breaking apart the word. The trickiest part about sounding out or decoding any word is the vowel sound and knowing what it makes. When do I make the short vowel sound? When does A say ah? And when does it say the long vowel sound, A? And what happens when there's an R after the vowel? Or what happens when it has a consonant LE at the end? Okay, there's lots of different ways to say the vowel sounds. If you know the syllable types, you know the rules, you know how to pick those out, and you know the vowel sound they're supposed to make. So when you get to a word that has a whole bunch of different types of syllables in it, one of those multisyllabic words, guess what? You're going to have no problem breaking it apart and figuring it out if you know how to identify your syllable types and the vowel sounds that each one makes. So instead of trying to sound out or decode a long word such as, think of a dinosaur name, Tyrannosaurus, a reader might want to break it into syllables to decode or sound out each syllable and then put the syllables together. That's called blending. So instead of blending letter sounds in a small word, when we have a word with many syllables like Tyrannosaurus, it's easier if you decode or sound out each individual syllable and then blend the syllables together to say the whole word. Kind of like we do in the middle of kindergarten and first grade when we are sounding out short words and then blending those letter sounds together to say the whole word. You do the same thing when you're decoding and breaking apart syllables and then blending them back together to say the whole thing. So the syllables in this word, there's a lot. Ty, ran, no, saw, s. Okay, that word has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables. So if you know the rules and you know which vowel sound each syllable makes, it's really easy to figure out each syllable and then go back and say those syllables fast together until it sounds like a word that you might have heard before. Okay, so tie is open. I know Y can say I. Tie, there's a closed, that's ran. No, another open syllable. A weird vowel team, or those diphthongs, sore. And then us, closed syllable. Tie, ran, no, sore, us. Tyrannosaurus! I know that word. See how much easier it is if you know the rules to the syllables and the vowel sounds? So that, boys and girls, is why we need to know the syllable types and the vowel sound that each one makes. It makes it a lot easier to read and spell those big, long, multi-syllabic words. Now, let's break it down to each specific syllable type. Our first and most common type of syllable, a closed syllable. Okay, so what is a closed syllable? Closed syllables are syllables, or they can be words if they're by themselves, that end with a consonant or consonants that sort of closes in the vowel, making it say the short vowel sound. To determine, that means to figure out if a syllable is closed, you should be able to answer yes to two simple questions. First, you have to point underneath the vowel or the vowels in the word and ask yourself, question 1, is there one vowel? If the answer is yes, ask yourself, is it followed by one or more consonants? If your answer is yes again, then guess what? It is closed, and a closed syllable has a short vowel sound. Say that with me. Closed equals short. Say it. Closed equals short. Remember your two questions. If you point to the vowel or the vowels, is there one vowel? Yes. Is it followed by one or more consonants? Yes. So is it closed? Yes. And the vowel sound? Short. That means your A would say ah, I would say I, E would say eh, O would say ah, and you would say Those are the short vowel sounds. The following words are closed syllables, or they're all made up of all closed syllables. These words by themselves are just one closed syllable. Okay, they're syllables and they're words. Ran. If you point to the vowel or the vowels, do you have one vowel? Yes, letter A. Is it followed by one or more consonants? Yes. Is it closed? Yes. Vowel sound, ah, word, ran. Look at dog, point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? Yeah, I have an O. Is it followed by one or more consonants? Yep, there's a G. So is it closed? Yes. Vowel sound, ah. If you look at the next one, slip. You have one I closed in by a P, making the I say I for slip. And the last one is a harder and longer closed syllable, blank. You have one A closed in by consonants N, K, making the vowel sound short. Ah, and the word is blank, blank. Okay, so ran, dog, slip, and blank are all words that are one closed syllable. These words have two closed syllables. Magnet. If you split right between the two consonants, the G and the N, the first syllable is mag, which is closed. The G closes in the A. And the second syllable is net, which is also closed because the T is closing in that short E. Magnet. Magnet. The second one, sub, is closed and mit is closed. If you put them together, submit. Does that sound like a word you've heard before? Excellent. The last one, our first closed syllable is at. The T is kind of closing in the A. And then this T over here is going to go right over here with our second syllable, tick. At, tick. I'll say those syllables fast together. Attic. Attic. Oh, attic. Like the top part of your house, the attic. Okay, so those are all closed syllables or words that have two closed syllables. Here are some harder multisyllabic words. These words have three syllables, and all three syllables are, that's right, closed. Mag, net, ick. All three closed syllables. If you say those syllables or blend them fast together, the word is magnetic. Like magnetic letters that we use in reading. Next word has 3 syllables, 3 closed syllables. Fan, the N closes in the A. Ass, ass. There we go. Tas is our second syllable. The A is closed in by the S. And the last one is tick. The C closes in the I. All the vowel sounds are short because they're all 3 closed. Fan, tas, tick. Do you recognize that word? Fantastic! You got it. Kiss your brain. These closed syllables are very important. This is the most common type of syllable in the English language, which makes up nearly half of our words. So almost 50% or almost half of the words in the English language have one or more closed syllables in them. Because this is the most common spelling or syllable pattern, we spend so much time teaching students how to decode and attack and sound out words that are closed syllables. We spend kindergarten and at least half of first grade learning about closed syllables, where you have the most common types of words like mom, dad, cat, dog. Those are all closed syllables. So teachers spend a whole lot of time teaching closed since it makes up so many words of our language. So now let's see if you can recognize the closed syllable pattern. And remember, closed equals short. We're going to play a little sorting game. Closed or not closed. Remember to ask yourself 2 questions. Get your magic fingers up. Point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? Yes, A. Is it closed in by one or more consonants? Yes, it is. So is it closed? Yep. The vowel sound, ah. Say the whole word, ham. That one's kind of a nasal A, so it kind of sounds a little weird, ham. Point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? Yes. Is it followed by one or more consonants? No. So it's automatically not closed because nothing's closing in the vowel. Next one, point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? No. I have 2. I have A, and then here at the end I have an E. Automatically not closed. Good. Point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? Yes. Is it followed by one or more consonants? Yes. So is it a closed syllable? Yes. Vowel sound? Eh. Read the word. That one's hard. Good. Swing. 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 So swing is closed. Point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? No. I have 2. U and E. So automatically goes under not closed. Do this one with me. Point to the vowel or vowels. Do I have one vowel? Yes. Is it followed by one or more consonants? Yes. Is it closed? Yes and no. It is closed, but anytime you have a vowel and the next consonant that looks like it's closing in it is an R, it's actually going to be not closed because this is a whole different syllable type that we sort of talked about but didn't really go in depth with. This is called a Bossy R, where the R controls the A. So the AR is going to say R, not ah. So this one, believe it or not, is going to be not closed. Last one. Your turn. Point to the vowel or vowels. Ask yourself the questions. Do you have one vowel? Is it followed by one or more consonants? Is it closed? Vowel sound? See if you can break this word into onset and the rhyme and figure it out. Pause the video if you need to. When you're ready, hit play to check it. The word is strength. If you broke it into the onset, stir, and the rhyme, angst, strength, strength. And you figured it out? Then great for you. Give yourself a big clap. Let's see how we did on the sort. Closed or not closed? We said ham was closed. Good. It, yep. Swing, strength. These were the words that were not closed. And since they're not closed, we're not even going to read them. But we were right. Give yourselves a